We are live. We are live now. The next thing I need to do, just so you see exactly what goes on here, I need to share this on 2 different platforms. Good morning, everyone on Facebook. Show me some hearts if you can hear me. Show me you're here. I've just liked my own post. That's a little bit strange. Let's share this on 2 different places. We will share this on my own timeline. My public timeline. Good morning, Verity. Good morning, Sandra Bickmore's in the house. Good morning, Yvonne. Good morning, Elaine. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me. This is let's call it day 4, even though it's day 3. It's Thursday, but we didn't broadcast on Monday because I was, where was I? I was flying across the Atlantic. Let's just share this in one other place there. And then we are good to go. Good morning, Tom Heron is in the house. Everyone say good morning, Tom Heron. Good morning, Desi. Good morning, Sarah. Look at all you guys firing in right now this morning. It's great to see you here. We're live on Instagram. We're live on Facebook. And we are, let me put a note on here. Look, you are amazing. There we go. We can put it on the screen. Look, you are amazing. You are amazing. This is a very, very powerful week. I don't know about you, but yesterday was definitely one of, I believe, to be one of the most powerful broadcasts I think I've ever done before. I was fired up because I'm starting to realize more than ever that the time is now. Everyone say that with me. The time is now. Say it right now, out loud. The time is now. Hannah? Everyone say it with me. The time is now. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank you. Vernon is in the house. Hannah was talking about you yesterday, Vernon. Ben Dale is in the house. We've got, who else have we got in the house here? We've got Sandra Holland in the house, the amazing Sandra Holland, the lady that's taking on her fear and feeling the fear and doing it anyway. The time is now, my friends. The time is now. This week has all been about tools. And let me go and get my, here we go. I've left the building. I'm back in the building. Here we go. Look, when it comes to changing your life, there are many things that you can do. Let's face it. What do we all have in common? We all have a challenging past. I would imagine that every one of us in some way, shape or form has been negatively influenced by what has happened to us in our life. Some people have had extremely traumatic experiences. Some people lack a lot of confidence and self-esteem. I believe it's all relative. You know, I really firmly believe that reality doesn't exist in the outside world. We create our own reality. It's the way that we see things, it's the way that we hear, the way that we feel. And my goal this week is to start giving you some tools for you to change your reality, to change the way you see the world. Does that make sense? By the way, if you haven't shared this post, bottom left-hand side on Facebook, get it out there. This information needs to be got to the outside world. If you don't get it out there, I'm going to come around with this hammer and start putting some nails in your wall, and we can hang things on your wall. No, I'm only joking. Let's put the hammer down, because stop, hammer time. It's not hammer time, but it is definitely time for all of us to become a lot more aware of what we do with this. Is there more to you than meets the eye? Hands up, yes or no. Do you believe there's more to you than meets the eye? Do you believe that you have more potential than perhaps you use on a day-to-day basis? Yes or no? Do you believe that you have the ability to change the way you think? Do you have that? Of course you do. If a giraffe suddenly appeared, come running down the road right now, which I've just imagined inside my head, do you think my inner state would change? Or do you just think it's a giraffe? Do you believe that you have the ability to change the way you think and feel? Do you? Do you? See, the thing is that most of us, we're not incentivized enough. It's too easy for you to be you. And listen, let's think about this. What is it that stops you from living up to your true potential? We all know what it is, right? It's worry, it's doubt, it's fear, it's indecision, it's jealousy, it's greed, it's anger, it's frustration. All of these things, in many cases, they hold us back. Not in all cases. Sometimes fear can be a real powerful emotion to go through your fear and say, I want to feel this fear. I want to use this. I'm going to channel this fear to reach my fullest potential. But for most of us, we limit ourselves. Am I right? Am I right? And is this a yes or a yes? You know it and I know it, but let's make today another day where we face the truth. How many of you are really, really good at worrying? What? What are you talking about? Well, if we were giving out gold medals or we're giving out Oscars for people amongst us that are good at worrying, complaining, getting stressed, getting anxious, how many of you would be saying, thank you very much, I'd like to accept this award on behalf of myself. I'm very, very good at it. How many of you are giving out degrees or master's degrees or doctorate? You say, I'm a doctorate of worrying about things that I don't need to worry about. How many of you? Let's just be honest. And you see, this is what your brain thinks that you are supposed to do. Why? Because you've practiced it. You have practiced it. You're very good at it. You're very disciplined at doing it. This is one of the things I learned last week when I was away in Vegas from one of my mentors who really spoke about it, saying, you are disciplined to be undisciplined. It's still a discipline that you do. It's still something that you do. In order for us to change our lives, in order for us to realize our full potential, please write this word down, you've got to work at it. But in order to work at it, you've got to find the right tools for the job. Does that make sense? Try nailing something into the wall with a screwdriver. It's going to be really difficult. What we need, and this is what, when you look at psychotherapy, psychology, a lot of that work is looking at what is wrong with people. And you can often talk to a therapist and you can talk about what's wrong and you can go right down into the depth of what happened to you and why you are who you are. But let's face it, the world is basically telling all of us that we're all messed up and screwed up and we're not good enough. We need to buy a new pair of shoes, or we need to go on certain places. We need to have certain handbags. We need to wear certain clothing. That most of us have been given that message. And on top of that, experiences that have happened to us, injustices that have happened to us. In many cases, people will talk to someone. In some cases, they'll feel better. But often we go back to what we know. We go back to the feeling. And that's why we need tools for the job. And that's why that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that activation energy of getting you to do something, like this morning, getting out of bed, it was a struggle, but only for a few seconds. And then it's done. And then the inspiration comes. The inspiration takes the place of worry, fear, and doubt and anxiety. So what we want to look at today is this. Look, let's just make today a day where you say, you know what, Pete, you're right. You're right. I am very good at worrying. I am very good at being frightened. I'm very good at thinking about the worst case scenario. Write down all the things that you're good at. Don't label it as a positive or a negative. It's just a fact. I am good at. I have practiced that. If you've got a big muscle, why? Because you weren't just born with the muscle. You have worked it. You have worked it. You have worked the worrying, the fear, the doubt, the anxiety, and you're very good at it. How many of you are so good at it, you think, you know what? I've had enough of it. I'd like to do something else. How many of you? You think, yes, Pete, that's lovely. I like that. Show me some hearts. Show me anything right now. If you're saying, I want to change. But the biggest challenge that you're going to face is giving up something you've invested in. You've invested so much into it. It's like, well, this is what I know. This is who I am. No, this is what you've practiced doing. So this is what I want you to do. It's so easy that you won't do it. And by the way, with all of these tools, if you don't practice them, it really takes work. You have to decide. I met yesterday with one of our elite members. I had lunch with him yesterday, and he said to me, you know what? You sometimes you say the same thing a few times. You say it in a slightly different way, but it's the same thing. And he said, I realize why you're doing that, because these things are so important. And you think, oh yeah, listen, we're not librarians, right? Are you a librarian? Or do you want to be someone of action? Do you want to be a person that has just read the book? Or do you want to be the person that has taken the book and applying the book? That's one of the reasons I show up here every day, to help you stick to the rituals that you know that you need to stick to in order to create the life that you want. You see, success always leaves clues. And when you look at people who have succeeded, you'll realize there are certain things they did each and every day. So here it is. Here's the tool for today. It's so simple. Like I say, you won't do it. Think of it like this, a black cloud. When you are experiencing worry, fear, doubt, anxiety, draw a cloud, right? And in the cloud, write down in the cloud, what is it that is on your mind, right? first of all, what is the emotion? If you want to label it, it's fine. Worry, fear, doubt, overthinking. Put it in a cloud. Now, I don't know whether you've ever noticed this, but no clouds stick around. Clouds move. And if you put it in something, you're putting it's in. It's contained. It's in a cloud. Put it up on the cloud. Like this is what we do now with our technology. Sometimes it's in the cloud. Whose bloody cloud? I mean, where's your? Is my cloud up there? I can't actually see it. We can all do this and put it down and see it for what it is. It's something that is fleeting, something that is going to pass. And what is on the other side of the cloud? In many cases, it's the sun. The sun shines on all of us, regardless of who we are. But what we need to get really good at doing is understanding things will pass. One of the best people I know at doing this, believe it or not, is my wife. She's really good at letting herself experience whatever emotion is going on, but realizing it will pass. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? Is everyone with me? Just say yes if you're with me. You are more. There is more to this tool, but I feel like that is enough for right now. There is another level to this, and it's learning how to replace. These are habits. Many of us are just in the habit of experiencing these emotions. We're triggered. But what we need to start doing more and more is realize that when we feel an emotion, do you not see that it's time for you guys to rise up? Can you not realize it's time for you to move your body, change your psychology, become more positive? If you want to do that, you are going to have to work at it. And I know so many of our My365 members from all over the world are already doing this. But it's time for us to up our game, not to get comfortable. If you're experiencing worry, just literally put a cloud, maybe not do this on your wall, right? And write down worry. You can even write down what you're worried about, and say, okay. And then you see it for what it is. You say, look, you see it for what it is. You are separate. You've backed off from it and realizing, oh, there is some worry there. Don't say this, I am worried, I am anxious. No, see it. There's some there. Let it rise and let it go. There's nothing wrong with allowing yourself to experience it, but don't be consumed by it. Does this make sense? It's so simple, you probably just won't do it. It's like people used to say, put your worries in a black box. People that used to do that, it's an effective tool, but it stops working when you stop using the tool. Does that make sense? Jackie says we need a flip chart. Well, you never know. Something like that might happen. I'm good at giving up, so I need to use the skills. You need to realize what are the tools that you need to use every single day. Good morning, Marty. Always great to see you. Good morning, Jackie. Someone else says you need a flip chart. Thank you very much. You want to buy me one? Bring it round for me today. Good morning. Let's take some action. I love this. Park my worries in the cloud and wave them goodbye. You put things up in the cloud and you let them go. You don't think, oh, where are those things in the cloud? Where are those documents? No, you just trust the fact that you've put it somewhere, let it go, and decide it's time for you to start working on the things that are really, really important in your life. Say goodbye. You guys say goodbye to everyone that's on Instagram. You guys on Instagram can say goodbye. Much love to you all. And then we'll just end the video here. So has everyone enjoyed this? This has been useful. You don't put too much thought into these things. You just need all of us to start becoming a better version of ourselves. We all have that ability. I'm just going to record this on, as I like to do on Instagram. Here we go. So this is day 4, and we were looking at, thank you all very much for your amazing comments. Look, 151 people. We had about 1,500 people watch yesterday. We really appreciate all of you turning up. This is your opportunity to create an amazing life. I believe that this opportunity is the best opportunity you will ever have because you've got 3 key ingredients. You've got one of the best coaches in the world at helping people achieve the life they want. You've got a whole load of skills, and you've got so much potential. That's another thing. I haven't even thought of that. You've got so much potential, but you've also got a community of like-minded people all over the world that really want you to succeed. That's what makes My365 so incredible. And that's why I ask you to just do the best that you can and realize the best is yet to come. Everyone, write that down right now. The best is yet to come. And say it. Say it out loud. Say it and be proud. What do you reckon? The best is yet to come. Thank you so much for all of your your comments here. Thank you, Elaine. Thank you, Desi, who's our member of the month. Unbelievable. We've been looking at who our member of the month is going to be for next month, and I'm pretty sure I know who I'd like it to be, but we've got to discuss it with the team. Yesterday was a low day, feeling much better today. You see, it wasn't a low day, it was a day. It was a day that maybe was more challenging. When you say it's low, the challenge is to feel low. As you well know now, Lisa, it's what you do today. It's what you do today. The best is yet to come. Thank you. The best is yet to come. Julie, thank you. Susie, I'm creating my best. Love it. I can't pronounce that. I take it that's a Welsh name. Can you see you in? See you in? Hello. The best is yet to come. Amy, the best is yet to come. Be loud, be proud, be amazing. Be amazing. Be amazing. Fabulous broadcast coach. Thank you. Have an amazing day. Thank you very much. We'll be in touch today, Hannah. Louise Skills will be in touch with you, Hannah. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Brenda Richards is in the house. I just saw a comment from her. There she is. The best is yet to come. It is yet to come. If you haven't shared this, bottom left-hand corner, share it, get it out there. A lot of you have gone now because you've got to go on and get on with your day. Have a wonderful day. We will see you. Jennifer, enjoy that interview. Open your ears. Really, really listen. Be quiet with your duck. Listen. Take your time and enjoy it. Tell yourself, I'm going to love this interview, no matter what happens. Much love to all. We'll see you tomorrow for Friday day. The rubbish men are here. Hello, rubbish men. They've come to take the rubbish away, and that's what most of us need to do, take our own rubbish away. We'll see you tomorrow, and we'll end the broadcast.